Strength Warehouse presents Go Heavy or Go Home podcast. I am your host, Nate Boley. In this podcast, we talk about strength, fitness, nutrition, and all things Strength Warehouse related. Hello, and welcome back to the Go Heavy or Go Home podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about the classes that we offer and programs that we offer at the gym. I'm sitting here with Megan, co-owner of Strength Warehouse, and we're going to take it from the top.
Hi there. So, Nate, what are our main core classes that we offer at the gym?
So, we have two different offerings, really, for class type stuff: group training and strength camp. So, group training is our form-focused, powerlifting-based strength training classes, where we're going to be going over mainly squat, bench, deadlift, and overhead press in a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday type setting. And then we have strength camp, which is our HIIT style classes, and they're going to be Tabata style, so 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 8 different stations, and they're an array of either cardio or strength training movements in a high intensity type setting, right?
Yep. Do you have to be a powerlifter to jump into our group classes?
You do not have to be, but at the other spectrum, you can be a powerlifter and be in our classes and still succeed in powerlifting.
What would you say to someone who doesn't want to powerlift?
I would say you don't have to powerlift. All you have to do is do the strength training stuff in the classes.
Right. What about strongman? I know that we've dabbled in a little bit of strongman classes in the last few years. Where are we at with that?
Yeah, we had strongman for almost 3 years. We had some strongman classes, which were much more competitive focused in trying to get you really strong in all the different implements that strongman has to offer. We haven't had any strongman classes in a while, but we still do add in strongman implements into our group training. But we still have all the equipment, and I personally still dabble with some of that stuff. Currently, we just don't have a strongman coach that's willing to actually run the classes, except for myself. But that's something that we plan on bringing back, I think.
Nice. What kind of movements can you expect in our strength camps?
In our strength camps, I would say, and this is what I say when I'm going, in our no sweat intros, when somebody's asking me about these things. So there's hundreds and hundreds of exercises that kind of rotate through these classes, but it can be anywhere from a rower, an Airdyne bike or an assault bike or whatever they're called nowadays. Jump ropes, battle ropes, dumbbells, body weight movements, barbell movements, and pretty much anything in that respect.
Nice. If someone had let's say they have a shoulder injury, does that count them out for any of our group training barbell classes?
I guess it would just depend on how bad the shoulder injury is, but long story short, no. We can 100% modify any movements for them that would work best for them. We have tons of different bars and ways of mitigating injuries. And so no. Long story short is no, but I would really say it depends on the type of injury they have. So we do focus on barbell movements in our group training sessions, but there's modifications, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess that takes me into our babies and barbells and mom strong classes, which I will take over from here because Nate doesn't partake in them.
I do too. I hang out with all the babies when they're ready to come into the office and hang out with me.
He hangs out with the babies while they're crabby. We started Babies and Barbells last September 2022. That was my first round.
Yeah. And it was a hit.
Yeah, it was my favorite class for sure, because there's adorable babies and strength training. So I don't know what else you could ask for, right?
It was pretty fun. I agree. Every time we do it, I get to meet new babies. And they're awesome.
So Babies and Barbells is geared toward postpartum women 12 month and under 12-month postpartum and under. We really focus on just getting them active again, rebuilding core strength, glute strength. During pregnancy, you lose a lot of glute strength. It's a hormonal thing. It's weird.
Glute strength?
Glute strength,
okay.
Specifically, yeah.
Interesting. Is there any science behind that, or is it just...
There is. I'm not going to go into it right now, but there is.
But there's science.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not-
hormone-based,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
So glute atrophy is pretty common during pregnancy. It also has to do with a lot of like the weight distribution that you are
Holding. Yeah.
in your body. We work on pelvic floor engagement. We work on diastasis recti, assessing that and treating it. And then we have a secondary class called Mom Strong, which is for women who have already completed my Babies and Barbells program. The Mom Strong, it's for moms who have done the program and then they have kids 18 months or under. Once we hit that 18-month mark, I don't have the babies in the class anymore.
Mostly because they're just too mobile and it's hard to keep them like in one spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Can you do a competition, either strongman or powerlifting, through any of our classes?
Absolutely.
Because actually this last round we're doing is leading up right to our April meet, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we started 8 weeks out, and it's a linear progression up until a 1 rep max at your powerlifting meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing the competition, then we just do a 1 rep max testing in
Week.
class. Yeah.
Week. So they don't do it all in one day.
Yeah.
But we have held several mock meets as well, where they're not sanctioned, but they still do something like either a deadlift or a full meet or something like that.
Yeah.
Have any other, plans for different classes or any programs like that?
I think that Coach Mike was dabbling in some Olympic lifting class potential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that on our last podcast and kind of talked about a little bit of how it's going to run, but we haven't exactly set out any dates yet.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get one squared away.
Yeah. I think that's it for the forecast and additional classes right now.
Yeah.
Our members like what we got going.
Yeah, for sure. It's been definitely the bread and butter of the gym.
Yep.
For sure. What do you think about community of each class? Like, there's different people that come into each different classes, or are they all pretty much the same people?
I mean, time-wise, like, the morning group is the morning group. They don't really stray from the morning very often.
Yeah.
Morning versus afternoon and evening. Our evening classes kind of vary. People just kind of come when they can during the week.
I guess it depends on, their schedules and stuff.
Yeah. We've got the regular, strength camp people that are always there. But
Are
then
they the same people that go to the group training, or are they different people?
both.
Both.
Yeah. There's
So
a few that do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is pretty both. We don't have, we have, I would say, probably majority of people, if we were to look at, and just literally cut it into two different people, majority of people would go strictly for strength, the group training.
Yeah.
And then we have a group of people that do both strength camp and the group training.
Right.
Now, why do you think in your mind, and don't get it wrong now,
Okay.
why do we do them in different days, like a strength camp versus a group training class, like in a different class?
Why do we have them separate?
Yeah.
A large majority of our members have extracurricular activities outside of the gym where they get their cardiovascular work in. So they're not necessarily looking for that aspect when they come to us. They're looking for the strength portion, and then outside of classes they do running, biking, skiing, hiking.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So I'm not wrong.
No.
That's good.
100% right. I knew you were going to be right because you're my wife. So anyway, majority of people in the Pacific Northwest, right? They already are they live here because of the active lifestyle, and having the gym is just an extracurricular activity for them, right?
Yeah, it's to help their
Yeah, like
outside activities.
if you're outside of like the Bend, Central Oregon area or like Pacific Northwest, people are like, my extracurricular activity is the gym. And for our situation in our area, that's like, we are the extracurricular activity. We are the thing that's supplementing what they're doing in their regular life. So it's a little bit different than like most places, I would say, but also super awesome because we get to deal with like hundreds of athletes from all different walks of life, like skiing, climbing, mountain biking, road racing, triathlon,
aerial silks,
yeah, like the gamut, like every single thing that you could think of. People are coming to us specifically for the strength training because we're a holistic way of looking at strength versus just like if you're in a sport, most of the time you can develop some type of muscle imbalances, and we look at strength as a holistic approach. So they come to see us for that.
Yeah.
Any questions or anything that you want to hit up while we're here?
Do you have to have experience to jump into our classes?
Absolutely not. No, and I hear this quite a lot. They're like, I need to get a base level, fitness, or I want to get stronger before I join classes. That's 100% like not true. We can cater to anybody from literally getting off their couch, hasn't done anything for 5-10 years, to an experienced athlete that's been on the platform many times or is getting ready to do their 25th race or whatever it is. We can cater to all those in our classes, and I think that's really the beauty of strength training in general.
What is this on-ramp that I hear about?
Oh, on-ramp. Yeah, actually, absolutely. So everybody who starts with our gym starts in some type of one-on-one setting. And this literally is coming from my sales pitch right now. We all start with one-on-ones, and we can cater it to either way. We can cater it to group classes, which is going to make it specific to get you ready for what we're going to ask you to do in our classes and make sure you're safe to go in. Or we can customize the programming, and you can have the full hour or 45 minutes or whatever time frame you're going to get with a coach that's going to be customized to what you're looking to do and in the time frame that you're looking to do it. So our group classes are basically like an umbrella program. They're very great. There's nothing wrong with them, but it's not customized to individuals, right? But it's still a great program. So if you come in and you're like, hey, I have XYZ goal, one-on-one training might be a better option for you because it's way more customized to what you exactly want to do versus our group training where it's going to be specific and like catered to a group, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, our one-on-ones the on-ramp is 3 one-on-ones with a coach, and we take you through every single aspect of what we're going to ask you to do in our class. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure you can do all the movements. We set you up with our application so you can sign up for classes. We take you through a body scan. We show you all the acronyms on the whiteboard so you walk into the gym on day 1, class 1, and the anxiety level is way less, and you don't have like that
uncertainty.
Yeah, uncertainty of like, holy moly, I have no idea what RPE means, or I don't have any idea what my 1 rep max is. Don't worry about it. We'll take you through all that stuff in the on-ramp, and when you go into the classes, you're going to be that much more certain that you're going to succeed.
Why don't we allow drop-ins to our classes?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. I get this all the time. We don't allow drop-into classes because we have no clue what your level of fitness is, what your injury is, or what your how you even look at fitness as in general. And this used to happen to us all the time before we started this. We'd be like on 90% or 1 rep maxes, and somebody'd be like, hey, I want to sign up and join class tonight. And I have, me as a coach back then, I'd have 12, 13 people trying to go for a 1 rep max, and I'd have one brand new person that I have no idea if they can actually perform a body squat, right? And so I'd have to really pay attention to them and not my other people. So it would really throw a wrench in the classes and devalue my coaching to the other people that were around there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we have today. I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey of strength. If you liked this episode, please leave us a review and share with a friend. To stay connected, hit that subscribe button. All right, until next time, go heavy or go home.